Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome today to a new episode of The Road to Glory. Not gonna lie, this is like the sixth time I've started this commentary because I keep coughing and spluttering, and it's just disgusting. And I'm so sorry, but my voice is still rubbish. I'm in the coughing stage right now, so I'm struggling to hold it and keep it holded together. I do keep coughing everywhere, and I try my best to not do it in this commentary. So it may take like 400 takes, but we will get it done eventually. So we've gone out and bought an Iron Robin because I already had some players in my club that I wanted to use to get an SBC, a FUTMAS SBC. So this is from a day or two ago from when you're watching this. It's for Patrick Van Arnholt. Now, all of the players in here are either ones that I already had, plus Robin, and they are players that I was just saving for an SBC. Whenever one came about that I wanted to do, I was like, yeah, fine, I'll use that in a squad building challenge. And Patrick Van Arnholt is going to be a strong link to Van Dijk. Now, he doesn't automatically just go straight in my team, but it's like an option, which I think I would regret if I didn't go ahead and get him. So we have gone ahead and done him. Now today, guys, is Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas Eve to you guys. So it's the 24th of December. I know some people in Europe celebrate Christmas today, so Merry Christmas to you if you are celebrating today. But being the 24th, we've got a whopper of a like target to hit. So we have been going up in stages of 100s every day, and you've been absolutely knocking it out the park. Thank you very much for that. 24th of December, 2,400 likes. If you can smash that like target, it's the biggest one yet, and tomorrow's only going to get bigger, but thank you so much in advance. Hit that thumbs up button. Don't let me down. Oh, I love you. But after getting the two fullbacks from FUTMAS over the last few days, I figured this is maybe a route that we could potentially go down going forwards. I don't know how to complete the team, but it's just something that I wanted to show you, knowing that we could bring in someone like Griezmann, who would work out quite well for us, of course, linking off to both Arias and someone like Varane. And then, of course, he wouldn't play centre mid or anything, but it would be a good shout. Now, you're seeing the in-game stats for Van Arnholt, who, I'm not going to lie, looks very, very good. I can't wait to get him into a team at some point. But when that time will be, I don't actually know. It all depends on like if we, sell some other players again, or who we get in red rewards and stuff for the week, and we'll figure it out. But it gives us an option. Because, I would regret it if I didn't have Van Arnholt, if I didn't have Arias, knowing that they were so cheap after just submitting one of my useless red cards that I'll never use anyway. So, for me, absolute no-brainers of a decision. I complete the next FUTMAS SBC, which gives us a Prime Goal Players Pack. Very disappointed to say that I didn't even get boards. But if you are going to get just an 82 rated player, it might as well be someone like Florenzi, right? Because, of course, he is like 3,000 or 4,000 coins, so a little bit better than Discard. But yeah, overall, not an amazing pack. So, the squad is here. It is time to face up to some people in the weekend league. Now, you guys will know, if you watched the last episode, that we started the weekend league off 2-1. 1-1, and then we got another win. So, not super positive. Not gonna lie, that's not what I wanted to do. So I normally show you my first 3 games, and then we move on into the next episode and stuff. And that's exactly what we've done. Royce manages to put my opponent 1-0 up, which is worrying. It's so worrying. Like, we get the equaliser, but I could tell that this was going to be another one of those games that I'm going to really struggle in. This Jadon Sancho, I know he wasn't the one sticking the ball in the back of the net. However, it was so difficult to defend against. Him pushing down the line and stuff was actually... He's so quick. The player of the month, Jadon Sancho. If you guys have got him, and maybe he just sits on your bench or something, maybe look at actually bringing him into your squad, because I genuinely think he was the most difficult player that I've come up against in quite some time. This opponent of mine was utilising him and using him very, very well. Now I go 3-2 down in the 71st minute, and it's going to be difficult to come back from that. It was a good goal, a solid finish from Lewandowski, and then I'm not going to lie, I get hit with like a... what do people call it? A misery compiler. Just a few minutes later on, Bruma FUTMAS version, this guy's obviously decided to do him. He goes and puts him 2 goals in the lead, and I'm like, Dude, what the hell's going on? I score with Aubameyang right there. It's not really going to make a difference. It is just going to be another consolation because we're so late on in this game. But I'm literally 2-2 in the weekend league right now. And I'm like, what? Huh? How is this even a thing? So, absolutely gutted, devastated that we are having our worst start ever to the weekend league, but I'm pushing on, and knowing that we've only played 4 games, it's like there's so much time to turn it around. You guys know that I'm only going to go for 14 wins, so a few losses along the way really doesn't actually matter in the end, apart from like mentally trying to keep focused and stable to make sure that I don't just go on like a 6-game losing streak, which is obviously going to be detrimental and take a lot longer and stuff. And I wanted to do this as quick as possible. I wanted to get these games done because it's the holiday period, right? The sooner I get the weekend league done, the sooner I can spend time with my family, try and get rid of this disgusting, horrible cold. If anyone has any tips, by the way, on how I can feel better, I'd really appreciate them. I'm basically like drinking honey and lemon and taking like paracetamol to stop my headaches and stuff. But really, it's just a sore throat. And I'm having like echinacea. Is that a thing? I think it's like a herb tea drink thing. So I'm drinking that and honey and lemon and stuff. Is that the best route for me? Like, let me know if I could be doing something else to help myself out. Because right now, it hurts when I cough. And I'm sure you guys experience this all the time in the winter. But I am struggling. And I think it's just... I don't know. Anyway, we're moving on. We go 1-0 down in our next match, and I'm like, dude, what the hell is going on here? So, I wanted to try and get my opponents to rage quit. I wanted as many rage quits as possible, because then, of course, it means that the games go quicker. It means that I only had a set limited amount of squad fitnesses, so I was like, well, if I can try and get all of my wins with this amount of squad fitnesses, it means that I would have probably had 3, 4, 5 rage quits along the way, and if so, that's a good thing. And I'm 3-1 up at half time in this game. After being 1-0 down, it was good that we turned it around. Excuse me. And then Salah in the second half. Like, I'm scoring so many of them finesse shots. Like, I don't know what I'm going to do when they patch me. Because that's kind of all I use, really. But they'll do it at some point, and then I'll have to work my chances a bit more. But until then, of course, I just have to do what works on the game. And that is the first time finesse shots. Even if they're not like perfectly timed, they still seem to work, and I'm gonna have to score my goals that way. Next opponent has a red Bobby Firmino, a FUTMAS one, just like we've got. The rest of his team wasn't super impressive though, and I was like, you know what, 1 minute 19 on the clock, I've scored a goal. I actually don't know how that finesse shot went through or past the defender, but I'll take it anyway. So I pretty much only play home games, just because I feel like then it's more in my connections control, and I have done for a while. It seems to be like a conspiracy thing in the community. But one of the main reasons why I do it is because you always get kickoff to begin with. So I can score a first-minute goal. If I get lucky enough to score a first-minute goal, that puts me on the upper foot, or the upper hand, or, like my opponent on the back foot. And that's just because I'm the one who's had kickoff to begin with. So a lot of the time you'll find that I literally go 1-0 up or 1-0 up and then maybe 2-0 up and then they rage quit. But it can stress them out right from the very start, and that is obviously a good thing for me. So that's one of the reasons why I play home games in the weekend league. Yeah, that's just the way it is, really. Like, I think a lot of people say, what do they say that I don't know why it's become like a theory in the community, but I just kind of keep along with it, and I'm like, yeah, fine, I'll do the same thing as well. And often with the connection that I have, I find myself being the one that gets into the lobby first anyway. So I'm happy to just play that game. My opponent here has a red 96 Messi. Oh, not jealous in the slightest, but I could soon tell that this was probably someone that was able to get 96 Messi from Silver 1 or something, because it wasn't a difficult game. Whenever he pushed forward, he was obviously forcing it to Messi, which means it was super easy to read and stick a couple of players on him, make sure I get him tackled, make sure he doesn't get a finesse shot off, and it was as easy as that, really. But Aubameyang pushes through here, bangs it in the back of the net, makes it 2-0 just before half-time. And I'm like, you know what? I reckon I could get this guy to quit. So Aubameyang plays it into Firmino. I get another one before the halftime whistle goes, and I think that's going to be see you later to this guy. Yeah, he just obviously dashboards or something. He's gone, and we have pushed up from what was 2-2 up to 7-2 really quite quickly. Loads and loads of rage quits in that whole lot. So pretty positive signs that we're now starting to play some decent football. Whether or not it's against rubbish opponents or good opponents, I don't really know. All you can do is get matched up against who you get matched up against with, right? This guy's got Van Aanholt. He's also got Torreira. 2 FUTMAS players, which I also have decided to get. And what a goal that is from Neymar, proving once again why I bring him back time and time again. Genuinely one of the best shots out there. He is literally top tier on this game. I absolutely love him. Now, one thing I'm noticing, sorry for the cough, is that I changed the numbers on my players, but then I don't think they're working. So I don't have the correct numbers on my players, which is one thing I'm normally quite like on it with. Like, I want to make sure that the players are using the number that I want them to be using. So I've played this whole weekend league with Neymar being number 9, Roberto Firmino being like number 31. I don't know what's going on, but I need to make sure I change that. Maybe a little bit in my head, I'm like, well, I won't be keeping this team for too long because we've got Van Aanholt, we've got Arias. I want to experiment with the team, build something fun over the Christmas period. We'll see what we do, but I actually don't think I'll change much. And then this must be an SBC merchant. I don't know, someone that likes SBCs, I guess, because there's no way you have like Alcacer and then Bale. Like you don't build a team with Vermaelen and then Bale, like UCL Bale. I don't know, but he wasn't hanging around very long. We go 1-0 up after our very first attack, which is what we said before. Try and get that kickoff and of course get the finesse goal from the very first attack. 2-0 after about 20 minutes in this game. Neymar doing his thing. However, I then move my goalkeeper, and it allows Jordan Lukaku to just pass it into the back of the net, past my goalkeeper, who was obviously in no man's land at that point. And I'm like, well, I've just let Jordan Lukaku score against me. I said it in my head and to my mates on Discord when I was playing, I was like, I cannot let Alcacer score against me. Not this swap Alcacer, who just genuinely doesn't look that great in my opinion. As long as he doesn't score, we're going to be all right. And I was outscoring my opponent, so eventually I was like, I don't care what happens. And then the worst possible scenario happens. Alcacer perfectly turns Van Dijk and slots it past my goalkeeper to make it 4-2. And I'm like, the one thing I said I wasn't going to do, I ended up doing. Maybe he's got decent stats, I don't know, but I just remember it being a bit of a, I don't know. Has he got an inform or something that's better? I can't recall, but it just seemed like a waste of FUT swap players to get that Alcacer, in my opinion. Now I go 6-2 up, and I think I go like 7-2 up. It gets pretty bad. There were so many goals in this first half. Play it through to Neymar, hit it first time. The goalkeeper's just really not in the right place, really not doing anything. And at 7-2 at half time, I'm pretty sure he decides that he is out of here and he will be gone. So we pushed up from literally 2-2 in our first 4 games up to 9-2. So we've gone on a nice decent win streak right there, which is leaves me in a better place mentally than if you're winning, losing, losing, because that obviously just ruins you mentally. But that is going to be the end of the episode, guys. I'm really sorry about the voice and stuff. I'm trying my very best to get better as soon as possible. I know it's not as good to listen to someone who's ill and that. I do apologize. But the team is performing all right now that we've got like going and stuff. Tomorrow is Christmas Day. It's also episode 100. It's not going to be like a crazy epic special episode. It's going to be me continuing and finishing up my weekend league and stuff. Because I wanted to get all 100 episodes done. And then I'm kind of working on hopefully something for Boxing Day, which is basically like a story of the Road to Glory so far, where I put snippets from major episodes that we've done so far into a nice long video that you guys can like catch up on how the Road to Glory's gone all the way from the very start in September. So hopefully I can have that ready for you. There's a lot of files. There's so many hours and hours and hours worth of footage to go through, considering each episode is somewhere between 15 and 20 minutes long normally. So I've got like multiple days worth of episodes to go through and stuff, so we'll hopefully get that done, but that will be likely to be up on Boxing Day as like an extra, like episode 101 or something, I'm guessing. But remember to smash that thumbs up button, hit that like target of 2,400 likes. A very Merry Christmas to all of you guys, and I'll see you again tomorrow with a new episode of The Road to Glory. Peace.